Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hi, hi. Hello, 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 hello. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having a good week so far. It's Wednesday. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hope you're all doing well. I'm actually kind of on time today. Let's go. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having a good week. Hope you're staying safe, staying cool. It is still pretty hot outside. What's the weather app say? Today was 90. Yeah, so well, the average this week is going to be, the rest of this week and into next week's going to be in the 80s. So cooling down a smidge. Not a ton, but it's cooling down a smidge. So I made cookies today with my mom. Well, they're baking right now. We made this recipe. I was on the bag of some chocolate chips we had in the cupboard. So we finished those, and but it only made enough. They're pan cookies. So you lay the sheet of dough flat in a pan and then bake that, then cut it up into chunks, right? The base recipe only made enough for all of us to have two. Like, that's not enough. So mom decided we're gonna double the recipe because tomorrow's grocery day anyway, so might as well, because it used most of our butter that we had left. Hi, Ame. Mwah. Congrats on getting first, sweetheart. How you doing? Who got first last night? VJ did. That's right. But hi, Ame. So the recipe calls for chopped walnuts. We don't have walnuts, so we used pecans because we had pecans. And this recipe on this bag, it's like the nice chocolate chips. Like, first, I mean, Ame just grabbed it. Ame just grabbed it. Hi, Crid. So the cookies are baking right now. So I might step away during the stream and go get some cookies. Because I want to eat them when they're hot and gooey. So the base recipe called for 2 cups of chocolate chips. There was not enough in the bag of not enough fancy chocolate chips for 2 cups. Then my mom was like, "All right, let's double it." So we just used a whole bag of Hershey's chocolate chips. But people have their opinions of Hershey, but these ones were like half the size of the fancy ones. So we just used all of it. Hi, Duolo. Hi, Sue. How you doing? Mwah. I'm doing all right. I made some cookies with my mom today. They're baking right now, so I'm probably going to step away from the stream. Hi, Ardiant. How you doing, sweetheart? Good to see you. Hope you've been well. Oh yo, please go follow Dulo if you're not already. He's awesome. Um, he's playing through Monster Hunter right now. Monster Hunter World. Um, there's a pretty decent chance we'll play some Monster Hunter on the 12-hour streams because we haven't in a while, and it sounds like fun. Fun. Sorry, hiccuped. Been super busy. Glad to catch the stream. Well, I'm glad you could make it already in. The ad break starts about 50 seconds. You may or may not even get hit with ads, as this is an ASMR stream with a label on it. Thank you, Dulo. Thank you. So we used a bunch of chocolate chips, a whole bag of Hershey's chocolate chips, and then the rest of the fancy chocolate chips. And Mom decided to double the recipe. So we used a lot of butter, and we didn't actually have enough flour because she doubled it. It was 5 cups of flour. We only had 4, so I had to go get some from my aunt. And then she got back. When Roshi was gone, I made a frozen pizza and I ate it for dinner. So they just got put in the oven like maybe 20 minutes ago. So I don't know when they'll be done. But I'm very excited. But I'm doing okay. I'm not excited because I have to get up early tomorrow. I have to get up at like 7:30, probably. Maybe not that early, but probably 7:30. Because I'm going to the eye doctor tomorrow for a checkup, just to see if my prescription's changed at all. Because I've had these glasses for like 4 years now. So, yeah. Of course, Artie, of course. Well, I hope it's cozy. I do my best. I do my best. But how you doing, Cred? How you doing, Armate? Right? Did I ask you already, Armate? I'm sorry if you answered. There's the ad break. But good to see you, do all. Good to see you, sweetheart. You're doing pretty good. I'm doing alright. I made a Red Baron for dinner, the frozen pizza brand, but we got the thin crust pizzas. I don't know if it was an accident or like the was a substitute on our grocery order. I don't know. I don't know, and I don't know if I baked it too long, but the crust was pretty crunchy, crispy. But I didn't. At most I put it in for like an extra minute. So I don't know. It still tasted the same. Like it was still tasted like a Red Baron. Um, it's just not nearly as filling as a regular Red Baron pizza. Krusty Krab pizza. It's the pizza for you and me. I have not watched SpongeBob in a while. So, I only really know stuff from like the earlier SpongeBob seasons because we have a couple chunks of seasons or whatever on DVD that I watched when I was little. So like, um, when the time machine episode when Squidward gets stuck in like the white void and he starts doing ab crunches. Future. And everything's covered in chrome paint. um, and who you calling Pinhead? Pinhead. In the episode with the when he shuts himself in his house and he's got Chip, Tissue, and Penny, and then the gorilla shows up and like rips him in half or something. That wasn't like that was scary. in the Nosferatu. Hash slinging slasher. Yeah. And of course the SpongeBob movie. The first one with the crown. Watched that a lot too. Thank you for the lurk on my book. Thank you. I'll come back from the ad break. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you. I appreciate it a lot. Sorry. Mwah. Oh, and Crid, I'm sorry. I forgot. Are you here, Crid? I can get your smooches now. I'm so sorry. And do you have a smooch preference, Crid? If any. I think you like the slow smooches. I think I can check your chat history. Slow ones. Gotcha. Okay. Now we can do that. We can do that. I hope you're here, Crid. I hope you're here. I didn't mean to ignore your redeem. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Here we go. You're there, sponges, Crid. I hope you can hear these. If you can't, then you come back later. Well, I'll do them again. Okay. Okay, I could do that. Do I do that well with the smooches, or do I do it after the smooches? What's the emote? Is that a kobold? Is the screaming? What is screaming? There you go, Duo. Hi, drums. Sorry, I'm wearing pajamas right now, so been saving them up for this moment. I'm sorry, I'm wearing pajama pants. Not gonna get the whole thing. Oh, cookies are done. Okay. I can smell them from here. I'm gonna go get some cookies. I will be back. Let me put some text on the screen here. Text. Oops. Text. Fine. Oh my goodness. Cookies. Alright, I'll be right back. And I will get your thigh drums when I'm back. Excuse me, goodness gracious, I'm sorry. And then hopefully Crib will be back by the time I'm back. I can get him his smooches. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Oops. Okay, I have cookies. Um, so apparently, uh, they did spill over the edge of the pan, but the recipe called for a 6 by 13 or 9 by 13 by 2. So, um, we doubled it so we could use the pan we used, but you know, it is what it is. So it is very goopy. There's a lot of it. Hmm. Yeah, my mom said it needed a pinch of salt. I think it could use salt, but it's like we doubled it, so it's like my mouth's watering. Like 4 sticks of butter. And it got some milk. Okay. Is Crit back? I don't know if Crit's back. Okay. Here you go, Duo. It's been good. It's been good. Watched some Twitch and stuff this morning, and did I sleep in? Felt like I slept in. It's everything you dreamed of. Well, I'm wearing pajama pants right now, so you're not getting the skin on thigh. So that'll have to wait till Sunday. All right, there you go, Duo. Okay, I'm just gonna try and finish these cookies. I'm gonna try. Sorry, I know I'm not a big fan of chewing sounds, mostly because of my brother. Um, so I apologize. This was not planned for tonight. It was just like, let's make cookies, so we did. Um, it's cute. Oh, thank you, Delo. I'm just eating cookies. Scratches on something crinkly. Um, I have. Oop, and he fell on the floor. I'll share. No worries. I have this Panda Express utensil wrapper with the napkin in it still. But I don't know if I can scratch it. I have this. Sorry. This bag that has my big makeup brushes in it that I used to do for brushies. Hi, Diamond! Welcome back to the land of the living. Oh, that feels weird. That feels weird. So I opened the bag, I hold it to the mic like this, and then do crinklies. That feels weird. Odysseus asked some prophet if he can help him get home. Sorry, I was gonna make a joke. I don't know. So, for anyone new that doesn't know, I was raised Mormon. I was going to say, well, if you're down there, it's probably a Mormon prophet. But that's. I don't mean to offend anyone, but it's true. But they would be down there, most of them, or a handful at least. The current Mormon prophet turns 102 in next week. So I'm pretty sure he will be the oldest sitting prophet ever. I took up reading the Odyssey and starting your brain. Aren't they making a movie about the Odyssey? I think you are, Dan. I'm glad you like my joke or the crinkly sounds. Got through the Iliad recently at Oof. Christopher Nolan is directing it. See, I know the name Christopher Nolan, but I'm not enough of a movie buff to know what that means. I know he's like good at his job or something, but maybe every character like the Mario movie and Garfield. Is Chris Pratt gonna voice the Cyclops? Is that the right story? Is there a Cyclops in the Odyssey? Yeah, okay. See, when I was little, the Scholastic Book Fair, Polyphemus, there were a series of sorry, I got goosebumps thinking about it for some reason. There are a handful of books that were like encyclopedias on mythical creatures and things, and I got one I'd get a volume, because we would get like time during the school day to go walk around the Scholastic Book Fair, but I had no money. And then my grandma would take us later, and those were the books I got. So I think that's where I learned that. The illustrations, I don't know if anyone else is around my age. We're up there. The illustrations in those books were like exactly the same, or by the same artist that did the illustrations on Weird and Wild Creatures products. If you don't know what I'm talking about, when I was little, Weird and Wild Creatures was like this mail-in thing. Like you would, not a mail-in, but it was like a magazine subscription kind of deal. But you would get a handful of like cards, trading cards based on animals. Because I was younger when, I don't know who signed up for it. It was my parents or my grandparents. But we got these big like postcard sized ones, and I went down a memory hole or nostalgia trip a couple years ago, and I bought 2 little deck boxes full of trading cards. I was like, hey, these are cool. I've never had these before, and you can play a quote unquote game. You just play war with them. But the illustrations in those encyclopedias, they were like these big floppy paperback books, with like a whole page spread of the illustration, and then the other side was the information where the things from. I don't think they did one on dinosaurs. I think it was all like I think there was one on cryptids, and then these mythical creatures and stuff. Because there's the dragon. There was a dragon that a knight kills or something. That one was pretty. And then there was one of like, I don't remember. I think it's from India. I don't remember. It's been a while since I looked at this book. But it was this like mythological creature story you tell people to like tell to kids growing up so they don't sneak out the house. Of like this snake person with like bat wings. Like it's got the torso of a person, bat wings, and then the rest of them is like snake. And the drawing illustration had no hair or fur or anything besides the head. It's just creepy. It's creepy. But thank you for the redeem, Ardian. Thank you. Was that alright for you? Were those crinkly sounds okay for you? Alright. I'm talking about nonsense and people are having like sophisticated conversations in my chat. Okay. I'm eating cookies. I'm sorry. So, if you have a long, skinny plastic bag with like the hold on. Oh, sorry, my art papa just. Apparently, Makeship is doing they're making Paleo Pines plushies, which is cool. Paleo Pines is like a farm sim where you keep dinosaurs as pets that unlock like traversal options and like their progression, basically. And you tame them. You always start with a blue Parasaurolophus, so like the basic one, and then there's Centrosaurus, I think Tyrannosaurus, there Stegosaurus maybe in the game. I don't know. Um, but each one helps you remove debris from your farm or whatever. We put the demo a while ago. University database to base quest to read about ancient Greece instead of my actual diploma finally, Paul. Your message vanished. Oh. Like, I like history. It was my favorite subject when I was in school. Man, there was a year, I think it was ninth grade, I think. There wasn't like a history class, it was geography. I hated geography, man. Geography was not fun. It was mostly taking notes. Like, all I remember doing in that class is taking notes, which is fine. I like taking notes about things I enjoy learning about. I don't know, something about geography class just was not it for me. Before I moved back to Canada, I liked U.S. history, and history class in like my first year of junior high was state history, so like the scope of the history class zoomed out and then back in. So through junior high it zoomed out. First year was my state, next year was US, and then last year was geography, the whole world. Then in high school it was world history, then US history, and then yeah. So I don't know. Scrumptious, yeah. Sorry. Oh my goodness. I had the I have noise suppression on. I don't know if anyone heard any of the stuff I was doing. I'm sorry. ASMR probably sound like garbage and loud. Goodness, sorry. No one said anything, so I hope it sounded okay. Man, I've been changing the stream title and stuff before I close OBS to stream, but I forget to turn the noise gate on and off. History class online, but you know. Sorry, I'm like halfway through these cookies. My mom cut them and they're like 3 inches by 2 inches. So it's a big pieces. I took 2. Why did I take 2? Why did I take 2 pieces? I mean, that's what the Magic School Bus is for. I thought that was funny. There's no gas in it. Does the magic school bus run on gas? I feel like he doesn't. I feel like he wouldn't run on gas. Miss Frizzle is crazy, but I don't know if she would go inside of... Is it Robbie? I don't think that would go inside his body when he's got the flu and be chucking, like, gas fumes inside of his small intestine. That sounds terrible. But what do I know? I don't know. Sorry, I was gonna make another joke about Mormons. I shall refrain from that one. But Joseph Smith's youngest wife was 14. Sources state a few months shy of 15. Anyway. Sorry. I grew up in it, and then after I was like, this is baloney. I've got down a couple rabbit it was crazy. There's a lot. Like a lot. I've heard Mormonism referred to as like a ball of tangled yarn, or just a ball of yarn, or whatever, something made of string. And you pull on one, and the whole thing falls apart. But that's a very long thread. And you could pull on any of them to pull the whole thing apart. It's crazy. It's nuts. There's a... It would be with the boys in the Spartan barracks eating black stew. Hold on. There's a channel. I can't remember. But yeah, Dan Vogel. He does he has YouTube video. He does YouTube stuff. His YouTube channel. Words. It only has 13K, but it's a very niche subject he talks about. And I guess he talks about some Bible stuff too. But one of the videos, the last video I sat down and watched the whole way through is it's called Joseph Smith, the Necromancer. It's like an hour and a half long. And it was fascinating. It blew my mind. It blew my mind. Excuse me. Because Joseph Smith was a practicing necromancer. It's been a while since I watched the video. But his family was into the occult, so he had is it prayer papers? I don't know. And so he was a seer, right? And he learned how the practice of seers through this lady. sorry, this is very all jumbled up in my brain. These details, but um, there was this lady that he learned how to practice being a seer from, and she had this really pretty, like there's pictures of it out there on the internet. There's this, he she had this rock. So you would put a rock in this hat, and it would let you see spirits or whatever, see where the. So he was the seer for. They would go through a town and be like, "Hey, um, I'm a seer or whatever, and I can sense there's like a trunk of like gold buried in your property, uh, in your field or whatever." It's like, we can, for like $15 or whatever, I can help you find it, and we'll dig for it. Because around this time, this was like when the mound builder myth was like a big deal. It still is, but it's stupid. Because they dig up these mounds, which were like grave sites for native peoples, and they were buried with these like iron swords. And like, how do these ancient peoples have iron swords when the Spanish gave them swords? Or whoever traded the swords. But they're like, it's the myth is like really not nice to native peoples, because people are like, how are these like dumb people making iron swords? It must mean that there was like an ancient civilization of like Christians here that knew how to make swords. It's really stupid. But people are like, oh, there's like Spanish gold buried in your yard. I'll go find it and dig it up for you. Anyway, sorry. Thank you for the raid, Rinako. Thank you, sweetheart. How you doing? Hi, Nigel. Sorry. I'm rambling about Mormonism and eating some chocolate chip cookies. My evening is pretty good so far, Rinako. How was your stream? Shadow Labyrinth, a Metrovania game. That sounds fun. So anyway, I know what I'm talking about is completely different than what Artie and Diamond are talking about. But I like talking about it because it's just nuts to me. But please go follow Rinako, please, if you're not already. They're very sweet. I don't know if they finished it, but they're playing through the new Donkey Kong game. Rinako does VR chat streams, World of Warcraft and stuff. They're super cozy, very sweet. They have a very cute voice. Please give them lots of love, please. Sorry. Rambling while eating chocolate chip cookies is not good. But welcome, Raiders. Welcome. If you don't know me, I'm Ketchup the Bear, your local daily variety streamer. I do ASMR like this every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, and the rest of the week we play games. And on Sundays we do handcam ASMR. And every Monday we play Beastie Ball. Every Tuesday we play Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory, which we actually finished last night. There's like a bit of post game we'll do first. Excuse me. But we'll be starting a new game on Tuesdays soon. And on Thursdays we play Baldur's Gate 3, and every Saturday we play an old Sega game. But this Saturday we're playing Deep Rock Galactic with Kumi, RD, and DJ. We're starting at 3 p.m. Mountain Time. So like 4.5 hours before we usually start. Yeah. So last week was my 3-year stream anniversary, and then the night after, so I remembered that Friday night, and then on Saturday we hit 900 followers. So I'm just a little overwhelmed trying to put find people to play games with me. um, so on the 16th, 17th, and 18th, that's a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's like the only days I can do this month. We're doing 3 12-hour streams in a row, every day. Not in one go. That would be too much. I want to sleep, and let my computer be turned off. But we'll be doing 3 12-hour streams. Where so far, we'll be playing Atlas with Gaparian Soul on Tuesday around 4 p.m. my time. So in the afternoon. That's all I have planned right now. I'm working on it. But Riniko, please don't worry about sticking around, sweetheart. Take care of yourself. Thank you for the raid. Thank you so much. Thank you for trusting me with your community. But please go get some food, get some water, brush your teeth, take your meds. Do what you gotta do. Thank you, dear. I'm just rambling about weird Mormonism stuff and eating cookies. But Artie and Diamond, if you want to fall down a really weird rabbit hole, Darren Vogel's got some good stuff. He's got some good stuff. But yeah, so Joseph Smith learned the practice. He was a seer, and there was this lady that he learned from. And she had this it's a really cool rock. It is a cool rock. It's like this egg kind of oval shaped rock with some cool striations in it. It's like it's described as this chocolate colored rock with rings in it. It's a really pretty rock, and Joseph really loved this rock. So he got his own rock eventually, but then he was like, "Can I borrow your rock, ma'am? I need your rock. It's better than this rock." And then he just never gave it back. He stole this lady's rock. And so he and his brothers, or his posse or whatever, they would go around a town, be like, "Hey, there's like Spanish gold buried in your backyard. We'll dig it up for you for like $15. And people go, okay. And then then they would inscribe a magic circle in the ground where the object was. The story I remember was one that landed him in court. He was taken to court over this by this guy's the property owner's son. It's an interesting story to be. So they're like, "Hey, guy, hey, old man, there's some Spanish gold in your backyard." Or he was already trying to find it. Like a different guy told him there was stuff in his backyard. No other seer could find it. No other digging crew could get to it. So what would happen, usually, they would inscribe the magic circle to keep out the spirits. And you would have to stay inside the circle while they dug. So they would dig down inside the magic circle. And then if like it got smudged or anything, or the circle would break, and like, okay, we gotta stop. Or the spirit broke through and then shoved the chest of gold further into the earth. And it's way too deep for us to dig to now. Sorry, guy, but thanks for the $15. And they would do that till they pranked everybody in town, and then they would move to a different town. So there was this old man, and he's like, "Joseph, I've heard you're a really good seer. I've tried everybody that I know. Can you help me find this?" He's like, "Sure, I can help you for $50, which back then is like a ton of money. It still is now, but even more money. In 1820 something. And so Joseph would sit in the house or whatever and put his head in the hat and be like, "Okay, I know where the spirit is. You got to go dig over there." So, and Joseph told this guy, there's a feather sitting on top of the chest of gold. So, um, I see the chest and there's a goose feather sitting on it or whatever. And he's like, "All right, we're digging," and then they dig, and then they dig for, I don't know, maybe a couple hours. I don't know, till they get tired, and like, sorry, the spirit, something happened to the circle. We inscribed the spirit shoved the chest deeper, but when they stopped digging, there was a feather in the hole. So like, oh, we did it right. Like we dug to the right depth, but the spirit forced the chest deeper, but not the feather. So the guy was like, oh, it's okay, Joseph, I understand. And then this guy's son, who owned the property, was like, Dad, they pranked you. They took your $50 and ran. Like, and then he took them to court, the son, but the father served as a witness in favor of Joseph, so the case got thrown out because the father was like, no, they did it right. He said that there was a feather sitting on the chest. They dug, they couldn't find the chest, but they found the feather. So the case got thrown out because the the guy that's supposed to be suing is a witness for the defendant. Anyway, it was a very interesting story, but yeah. Anyway, sorry. Thank you for the look, Artie, and thank you, sweetheart. Hi, CJ. I'm doing okay. I'm eating some cookies. I made some cookies with my mom today. I'm eating them right now. We made a recipe that was on the bag of some chocolate chips. It was pan cookies. So it's just a sheet of cookie on the pan. They weren't like individual little drops of dough or whatever. It's chocolate chips with pecans. Hi. I think they actually put that anime on Crunchyroll, because like, what is this? Oh, it's the anime. Alright, go. Please go follow Aya, please. Aya's awesome. They're very sweet. You'll play rhythm games. That was the last time I caught their stream anyway. Please go give Aya lots of love, please. And head pats? Where did I put my... I put my arm warmers back on. Sorry. I forgot to put them back on. Thank you for the redeem, Aya. Thank you, sweetheart. Hope you're doing alright, Aya. Sorry, you caught me mid-ramble. Well, I guess I had finished. But I'm eating a cookie. It's chocolate chip with pecans. The recipe said chopped walnuts, but we only had pecans. But it was like on a bag of fancy chocolate chips. Like the fancy stuff with like, the bag was like foiled or whatever. It wasn't plastic or paper. Thank you, Diamond. Thank you. Is this okay for head pats for you, Aya? Is this alright for you? For what you're looking for? Okay, that's good. And they're very good. But we doubled the recipe. My mom decided we were going to double the recipe because tomorrow's grocery shopping day, so why not use 4 sticks of butter? We used 3, excuse me, and a stick of Crisco that we had laying around. Excuse me, sorry. So the cookie is very goopy. It's very goopy. Um, but it called for two cups of chocolate chips. Doubled, that would be 4. And we didn't have enough of the fancy chocolate chips left to fill even like a cup, maybe a cup left. So we just used a whole bag of Hershey's chocolate chips. I don't know if I can taste those. They're like half the size of the fancy chocolate chips. They probably called for 2 because the fancy chocolate chips are bigger. So doubled, we needed 5 cups of flour, and we were already kind of low on flour. We got to 4 cups, and we ran out. So I had to ask my aunt down the street if we could borrow some flour. Like the Courage the Cowardly Dog episode. Can we have a cup of flour? Turns out my aunt had a bunch. Got like a case lot sale or something on bags of flour, so she let us take a bag of flour home. So that was nice. When I went to go get some, our pan was not tall enough. It was big enough, but it wasn't tall enough. The recipe called for a 9x13x2, and we doubled it so we could use our big pan that was, because we didn't have a 9x13x2. Besides, like those casserole, like foil dishes you can get in like the paper plate style at Walmart. We'd have to use 2 of those. So some did spill out into the oven, but Mama said she picked that up. But it looked like a sheet of blondies. I've not had blondies in a very long time either. Oops, sorry. But yeah, like we could do with like a sprinkling of salt on top. I think that would be nice. But they're still really good. They're still really good. And I'm glad you are having a good time, Diamond. I wasn't even like reading what you guys were talking about. The black stew of either tastiness or the soup of eat this and keep your energy. Marriage in ancient history was wicked, yeah. Don't eat black stew, it's horrible, unless you like blood. Oh boy, okay. Oh, well, I suppose I'll starve. It's the strength and energy kind. There is nothing good tasting about it. It tastes like blood and doom. Blood, pork shoulder, more blood, and a few bay leaves if you're lucky. And hi, Nightingale, how you doing, sweetheart? Sorry, got distracted. Hope you're doing alright, Nightingale. Kaikion? Is that how you say that? Cheese drink? Ew. Gotcha. Oh, I wish I had got that one. That was an April Fool's emote, right? Or for emote day or something a couple months ago. I never got that one. Called the potion of cheese. ASMR roleplay. Local Harpy gives you the potion of cheese. Parentheses, willing listener. Just not. I didn't say Yandere. Never mind. Willing listener doesn't make sense. Oh, just heads up. We have an ad break about a minute and a half. Completely. It's off in my little cookie Mormon world. Sorry. It's been an hour already. Where does the time go, huh? Where's the time go? So, another little weird tangent. I don't know. ASMR roleplay, you're a wounded soldier during the Trojan War, and you're given a choice of the potion of cheese to heal you or to amputate a limb. You don't get a choice. Your general takes care of you. Your Trojan War general takes care of you. ASMR roleplay. Drink the cheese potion. It's not like I like you or anything. Idiot. Drink that potion. Not like I made it for you or anything. Yeah. Tsundere War General heals you. As the ad break. Sorry. I was gonna burp. I almost threw this cookie. It's cooled down now. It's not goopy anymore. I would not be surprised if there was something like that out there already. I would not be surprised. So, typically, the role plays are supposed to be like relaxing you. So, I don't know. Hey Toto, thank you for being here, sweetheart. How you doing? Good to see you. Hope you're having a good week. So you got here during an ad break. Or it's an enemy general, and then everybody loves the nice enemies to lovers, so I feel like that would do some numbers. By a little pan, yeah. The goat Teto? It's the only Teto I know. I don't know if he's a goat. Things have been well, Teto. Our 3-year stream anniversary was last week. Didn't realize till the weekend, Friday night, and then Saturday we hit 900 followers. So, I drank all my milk. Just a little overwhelming. Yeah, potato. He's more of a little rascal. Thank you, Teto. Thank you. Give me, sorry. Sorry, I'm eating cookies. I can do that after a stream. But it's good to see you, Teto. This cookie's kind of dense. Still cool name. Yeah. Teto's pretty good. Cool. There you go. Go follow Teto. Go follow Teto. He's awesome. He's sweet. He's got like a... His voice is like pure melatonin. If that makes sense. Like if there was a god of melatonin, it would be Teto. Or Teto's voice. I don't know what I'm saying. He's got a nice voice. It's nice to listen to. It's not croaky. But we've played games with Teto a couple times. We played through SCP 5K last October. And that was a great time. I probably would have gotten way frustrated way faster than we did in the last chunk if I wasn't listening to Teto's voice. I don't know. That was fun. So I uploaded that clip as a YouTube short, and my dad was scrolling his YouTube shorts, and then my clip came up. I was like, I know that voice. He thought it was funny because I yelled, I screamed. I don't like those big crabs. I don't like them. Well, You didn't fall off. You vaulted over the railing. It was after Ninetail said you were a good boy, and then you just vaulted over this railing into a void. No, it was so dark. It felt like that didn't feel like there should be like a pit into nothingness there. Like it was the middle of like a hallway. Sorry, I'm almost done with this cookie. But thank you for the redeem, and thank you, sweetheart. Hopefully those hood pats were alright for you. A sign saying "uh-oh." No, I was like, no, because the game has. Were we in Discord, or does the game have proximity chat? I don't remember. It probably has proximity chat. I don't know, but the game's pretty fun. The game's fun. You want good boy, Diamond? Okay. I'm pretty sure it was proximity because we started in different rooms, and we're like, where are you? I can hear you through the wall. The room you started in was so dark you couldn't see anything. I thought the game was broken. Excuse me, sorry. Okay. All right.
Diamond. You're very, very good boy. Diamond, thank you for being here. Thank you for lurking and chatting. Spending time with us in the stream. Thank you, thank you. Diamond, you worked very, very hard this week. I'm very, very proud of you. Good boy, Diamond, good boy. Good boy. Oh, sorry. Throat gurgle, sorry. Good boy, Diamond. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy.
Sorry, my breath smells like cookies. You get the cookie kisses.
boy, Diamond. Good boy. Such a good boy, yes you are. Look at you, such a very, very good boy. Good boy, good boy, good boy. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Sorry. I caught that burp in time.
Good boy, Diamond. Good boy. Such a good boy. You're such a good boy. Look at you, such a good boy. Yes, you are. Such a good boy. 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 Good boy, Diamond. Good boy. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
There you go, Diamond. Thank you for the redeem swear. Thank you for that was alright for ya. Huzzah! Opinion on Geico car insurance? Well, the Geico is cute. That's about all I got. That's all that's all I can give you. I don't know. I've never given them money, but the gecko is cute. Probably the best insurance mascot besides the caveman. But the caveman was Geico too, wasn't it? Or was it Progressive? No, it was Geico. It was Geico. Because Progressive has like their cast of mascots. Like they have like a troupe of like a sitcom cast, but for Progressive commercials. Minecraft zombie? The Hamburglar? It's a global emote? When did they add that? Oh, a while ago, huh? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you know, I remember that because there's a Chairtronic video. One of his older videos. Because Sonic was in like a Progressive commercial. And it's like, Sonic! Sonic, are you in there? It's an old video. But Progressive is where like your pants are on fire. No pantalones. No mas pantalones. Or however you say that. That was like, I think that was when I was in elementary school. The kids I would play with at recess would go, no mas pantalones. And because we thought it was funny. Ha! His pants are gone. They were on fire. that's like lodged in my brain like the Gerber baby. The Gerber baby grow up plan. It's a pillow. It's a pet. It's a pillow pet. And animal crackers in my soup. The Shirley Temple DVD collection. Puppy monkey baby. What is that? let me pull up YouTube. Excuse me. Why is okay? Puppy monkey baby. 2016. Oh no, I was too old for that. At that point, it looks familiar. It's from Mountain Dew, but I mean like, so we were a PBS Kids household because we didn't have cable for a while. For a long time when I was little, we had cable a couple times, and then Netflix appeared, and then we just did Netflix. So yeah. Oh, and Cubo. There's Cubo. Talked about Cubo before. Cubo was like a Saturday morning thing, and then it became an all week block, which was nice because the PBS Kids block ended at like 6 or like 5:30, and in elementary we got out of school at like 3:25. But early outs on Fridays was like 1:25, so we got out like a whole 2 hours early on Friday, so it was fun. Why was I talking about school? Hold on. What was I talking about? Oh, PBS block, right. So PBS Kids block would end after like an episode of Arthur, and then it would be like Nova or Nature episodes after that. So wasn't much for a elementary school kid to watch on TV after school, because the block would end in like an hour and a half after you got home. And then Cubo was there to save the day with 3-2-1 Penguins and Martin the Tap Dancing Horse, and what else was there? Pingola? Was it Pingola? Cubo, Cube, Penguin, Pecola. Pecola was actually an anime. It was made in Japan. That was Babar, Rupert, Jane and the Dragon, Jacob Tutu. Yeah, I remember not being I thought Jacob Tutu was kind of boring, but that was just me when I was little. There was that weird one with like the slug people. I don't know. I don't think I caught that one too much. The race car dogs. That show where they're like messed up animals. The chicken cow and stuff. That one didn't air too long, I think. The squirrel cartoon. It was based, yeah, spliced. It was like, oh, and the 3D cartoon about like ducks, but they're all like they can't. There was like this society where you were either a duck or like a crocodile that ate the ducks, and it was about like the main character a duck and then his best friend who was a crocodile, and they had to like keep their friendship secret. Yeah, sitting ducks. I remember there was an episode where they're like, "Why can't ducks fly? Why can't we fly?" And then like he gets like mind controlled or he gets amnesia, and he's like on a roof, and then um, he flies. We don't see him fly, but he flies, and then he wakes up. He's like, "How did I end up over here? I think I flew," because it's like a conspiracy. Because the crocodiles or whatever like made them stupid or something. I don't remember, and they lost their the memory on about how to fly. There's Postman Pat, and like if you haven't listened to it in a while, the Jane and the Dragon theme song is actually really. It kind of goes hard. Like it's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. Zula Patrol. So whenever I hear the guy that voiced the green alien, and then I think he did the voice for the orange alien too in the show. He did like 3 voices in that show. I only know, like, I'll think of him as Captain Zula instead of any other thing he did. I think he's done anime dubs and stuff too and games, but I know him as the Zula Patrol guy. Yeah. And Babar. You want praise, Diamond? What is there anything in particular you would like praise for? You want some smooches? Okay. Do you have a preference on the kind of smooches you would like? The double team of doom. I can get you some breathy smooches. Okay, hold on. Oh, and there was a like fairy show about the cartoon about fairies or something. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. Gotta think logically. Okay, so I can get you some breathy kisses, like. Do that. Can do fast smooches, like that. And we can do some slower smooches, like. Like that. Mm-hmm. Slower smooches. Everybody likes the slow smooches. Diamond. Very, very proud of you.
January 8th, 2023. So you've been here for quite a while. Thank you for sticking around. I appreciate it. It means a lot. Well, January 2023, so that's like a couple months after we started, so you've been here for practically the beginning. That was when we started doing ASMR anyway, so. There aren't many people with a longer follow age than you, so I guess there's that. Back in my day, to get the fuzzy sounds, we just wrapped the teddy bear on the mic. We didn't need no mic cover. Sorry for the chair noises. Okay, just a couple more. On your right cheek, on your left cheek, on your forehead, on your nose, right cheek, left cheek, on your forehead, on the tip of your nose, right cheek. Left cheek, right cheek.
Nico Diamond, thank you for the redeem sphere. Hopefully those were alright for you. Hopefully those were alright for you. ...2011 was when the No Mas Pantalones commercial came out. Wow. Okay. Yeah, because they were like... Those two guys were like guys from a different insurance company or whatever. Like, hey, we could do this over here for you. and then they were liars, pants on their what? Anyway, they were a liar, and then their pants caught on fire. I don't know the words. Me, sorry. So I hate it. I get like YouTube ads like pushed to me for like horror movies, either because it's a Sony film and like I've given money to Sony through like my PlayStation or whatever, and my bank's like, hey, he's giving money to Sony. I don't know if it's my bank or whatever. um, or Sony's like, hey, this guy gives us money. Can you give him ads for Sony stuff? That's probably what it is. So I get ads for like Sony's horror films, and I guess AMC theaters. Because I've been to an AMC theater, I get ads for horror movies that are paid for by AMC theaters, the AMC company. And I guess it's called like The Conjuring or something, based on like a true thing. I don't know. I hate it. Like, dude, what do you mean? I'm watching my video about the how, you know, the Triassic period, and then I get jump scared by like. Huh. Okay, sorry, my keyboard tray was getting stuck before I pushed it in all the way. That was weird. I think I messed it up by pulling on one side of it and the other. Unless it's always been like that. Oh well. Oh well. Anyway, what was I about? Yeah. Like, come on, man. I'm not gonna go see your dumb horror movie. I'm not gonna go see it. Leave me alone. I just wanna watch videos about dinosaurs. I don't need to see your scary. Yeah, and it's loud. So ads are loud because they use like the max YouTube or whatever. They use the like max volume that like the YouTube video you're watching reaches, and the ads play at that top volume. Um, Probably to ensure that the ad is audible, and so you hear it. You gotta hear Ford talking about a new truck model. You gotta hear it. I don't know. It's dumb. Yeah, it's loud because like there's a scene where a lady's like walking through like a mirror place or like a circus. I can only guess. I don't know. And then like her reflection like gets a really wide smile and then breaks through the mirror and starts choking her, and then the ad ends. I'm like, what is going on? What is going on? You know, it's like, it's jarring. Like, I'm being lulled into this sense of like relaxation or peace or whatever, my chair, watching a video essay or something, and then bam, tire commercial. Like, I need tires. When I was in high school, for like an economic for we had to take an economics class that I really don't remember much from. um, but we had to do a project where we were given a job and then had to budget, uh, like find a like apartment or a house or whatever, and then budget groceries or whatever for that week. So we had to buy a house or an apartment or whatever, and then I find a vehicle. So I did the house. The cheapest one I found ate up. So it was supposed to be like partners, a guy and a girl, whatever, right? Um, and my partner didn't show up that day, so I did the whole thing by myself, which was great because I didn't have to like, hey, what do you think about doing this and then doing this? I just got to do it by myself. So I found like a decently afford like, and then we drew like jobs out of a hat. Um, I was an independent artist, and then my wife, in this scenario, was a nurse. So we were earning bubkus. But we didn't have any children, I think. And so I found a house that we could afford, and then um, I had to find groceries for that week, right? So budgeting the next week would have been easier because I don't have to buy a house or rent or whatever. But I did not have enough money for a car. I had like $300, maybe $1,000. So we ate cereal, sandwich meat, and ramen for a week. Because like, oh yeah, ramen's really cheap, and I like ramen. And then I got boxes of cereal and some milk, I think. And so I had to buy a tandem bike because I couldn't afford two separate bikes for me and my wife. So I had to buy a tandem bike. Um, and then our teacher was like, okay. And then I'm going to walk around we were in the computer lab. So he's like, I'm going to walk around, and then um, I'll give you a thing that happens, and then you have to compensate for that. As like a surprise, you have to pay for this in your budget. And I remember I was in the corner of the room by the door. So I was on the end of a desk, the table, and she walked by me, and she looked down at me and like, okay, you got a spare, you got a flat tire in your car. I'm like, I don't have a car. I have a tandem bike. So I had to get a replacement tire. I was like, okay, $30, gotcha, we're done. I'm all done. Um, so that was fun. And then we did another one where we had to plan a wedding. But the guys, the boys had to do like the groom's stuff that the groom usually takes care of when planning for a wedding, and then the brides had to do their stuff as separate assignments. It was not partnered at all. And I was just by myself, so I tried to be as frugal as possible. Um, and um, we had to get our bride a gift, and then the brides had to get their grooms a gift, and then they got all the ladies got the girls got their fictional husbands like a watch, and I got mine like a 5 foot tall teddy bear. That was weird though, because I used the snipping tool to like grab the PNGs to put in my PowerPoint presentation, and the snipping tool would just not work on the image of this 5 foot tall teddy bear listing I found on Amazon or whatever. But one of the images in the listing was just this big cardboard box, so I snipped the cardboard box instead of finding another teddy bear, and put that in my presentation. I was like, yeah, it's a 5 foot tall teddy bear. It's in the box. Don't worry. And this was like, I don't know if they still do these, but there's like bouquets of like plushies, and I thought those were cool. So I got those too. Anyway, I got a good chuckle when I said the teddy bear was in the box. But those assignments were fun. Like it was not really hard. And then one of the guys in my class went like all out. He went to like Hawaii for his wedding, and then, or like it's some another country, and then went to Hawaii for his like honeymoon or something. Yeah. I don't know. That's all I remember from that class, really. They did teach us stuff, but that class I retained like no knowledge from after like the test of that module. Excuse me. Or section of the curriculum. I would retain it, take notes, and then we took the test, and then I just dumped it from my brain. Because it's weird, like they teach you all this stuff, and then you retain it, and then you take the test, and then you just dump it because you don't need it anymore. You don't. You're retaining it to take the test, and all the test is just to prove you are listening and paying attention and taking notes. That's it, unless it's like math. That's a little more involved than just like answering multiple choice questions related to like what did President Lincoln do on his like 30th birthday? I don't know. In history class. So, yeah. But that year was the year of the fidget spinner. I remember that. Fidget spinners were big that year. And that was also the school year that Pokemon Sun and Moon released. Because remember, there was a kid in my class that sat like a desk ahead of me or whatever that played Pokemon, and we would talk to each other between bells and stuff. That was fun. We were like, did you see Bruxish? What is that? Because when they announced Sun and Moon and like the hype cycle for Sun and Moon, they like showed us everything. They showed us like all the new Pokemon in trailers. It was kind of like there were no surprises. The one surprise for me was Cutiefly's evolution into Rabombi. I used Cutiefly in my first playthrough of Moon because I was like, this is like the one thing I don't know what it evolves into. Let's find out. And then it's like a cute little fairy with a scarf. Heck yeah. Rabombi's great. We love Rabombi. But Sun and Moon was like the last Pokemon game, in Ultra Moon, were like the last Pokemon games I was like actively like following that and then excited to play because after Ultra Sun and Moon, the Switch happened and pretty sure Ultra Sun and Moon released while the Switch was out, or maybe that was the next year. I think it was a year later. Um, so I didn't get to play Sword and Shield. Um, I've played Scarlet, or no, I've played Violet because my brother got it. Um, so a lot of those Pokemon, I don't know, like all these Paradox Pokemon. I thought those were like legendaries. Turns out they're like normal Pokemon in like the overworld. There's just like hordes of them, like regular Pokemon and other routes. So I don't know. They look real funky to me. Like real weird. I think they're interesting though. I'm not. I don't know. I think the starters in Scarlet and Violet. I think I like them more than um, Sword and Shield starters. I've not played a game with Sword and Shield starters besides Pokemon Go. I don't know what I'm saying. It makes sense. Words. um, but I remember seeing the Sword and Shield starters. Like these guys are kind of. I don't know, man. These guys are. I don't know. The only one that I felt really had personality was Score Bunny. And Score Bunny makes me think of the Winter 2000 Olympics mascots. The bunny and the bear. Uh, with like winter sports gear. Um, even then, it's not really close. But I think Score Bunny's cute. I like Score Bunny. But the other two, I could like they could wipe Sobble and his evolution line from existence, and I would feel nothing. I would feel nothing. Gorilla Boom is kind of cool. What the heck? Why am I dropping frames? How long has that been happening? How long has that been happening? Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on. Why does this happen? Is it my dad again? I don't know if my dad's home right now. He might be. I don't know if it's gonna recover. I can go try and figure out what's going on. Um, um, why is my oh my goodness, it's so high. um, oh, it's green now. It's green now. I'm still gonna go check. I'm gonna go check though. I'll be back in a second. I'm gonna go take my plate upstairs. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. We didn't drop any more since I left, so um, whatever happened to make us drop frames like that stopped after I sent uh, text in the family group chat. So um, it's probably my brother because my dad's not home right now. Anyway, hi Haku, how you doing, sweetheart? Good to see you. We are beyond the 2 hour mark. The ad breaks gonna start any second now. Um, yeah. So last call for trigger requests and things. Excuse me. We'll probably call it a night here in like 10-15 minutes. I can't be up late tonight. I have to get up at like 7:30 because I have to go to the eye doctor tomorrow in the morning. So, um, yeah, I cannot be up late tonight. Looks like Minari is live tonight. No Wampus. Audibly Sweet is live. Kay is live. Yeah. Did we raid Minari last week? We did. On last Wednesday, I think. We didn't raid Audibly Sweet last time because she swapped to playing some Elden Ring, so maybe we flipped a coin. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Sorry if it sounds like I'm out of breath. I am. Those cookies were really heavy. Those were really heavy cookies. They're like denser. They're dense. They're real dense cookies. Um, they're way more filling than like the whole thin crust Red Baron pizza I had for dinner. Welcome back to the ad break. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you. Sorry if that was wasn't too long ago. But last call for trigger requests, smooch redeems, things like that. We'll probably call a night here in like 5 minutes or so if we don't get any. I can't be up late tonight. I have to get up at 7:30 tomorrow. My body is not used to that right now. I have to go to the eye doctor for a checkup. See if I need a new prescription for my glasses. I need to get new glasses anyway. I've had these for like 4 years, and they're the screw on the right side that locks the lens in place is gone. I don't know what happened to it. So the right lens falls out sometimes. When I go to like rub my eye, I forget my glasses are there, and I just dunk, it pops out. So I need to get new ones, and I want to try getting round glasses because they're cute. I want to try getting those if I can. Look like Ben Franklin. Probably make me look old. I don't know. I just like the look of like round glasses. They're cute. I don't know how comfortable this would be, but so my sister's going for a checkup too. So she does not like going to the doctor, but I guess she's okay with the eye doctor because they don't poke you when you go to the eye doctor. They dilate your eyes, and then that's about it. So when I was in going through school, elementary, junior high, and high school, they would test your eyes and hearing and stuff every couple years or whatever, and I passed all those. And then it's like, all right, I don't need glasses. This is great. But problem is, both my parents need glasses, and then my grandpa, my dad's side, needed glasses. Despite the fact he was old, I think he always needed glasses. Maybe, maybe not, but he needed them anyway. And my grandma wears them to read and stuff. So it was just a matter of time, really, at this point. Now my brother needs glasses, so I didn't figure out that I needed glasses till I was working at Walmart. I'd be like standing on my cart, doing top stock, and I'd be looking across the store, and then they hang those signs from the ceiling, and be like, "Hey, here's home goods, here's vacuum cleaners." And I couldn't read it. They were fuzzy, so I blink and rub my eyes a bit because I just thought my eyes were tired because I'm standing under these fluorescent lights all day. Nope, needed glasses. Go in for a checkup, sit down, cover my left eye, and then the top row was like a W, V, and then a Z or something. Cover my left eye, and it's just scribbles. Like I can't read at all. It's like, oh, yeah, I need glasses. So, yeah. Yep. All right. I haven't gotten any trigger redeems or anything, so let's get that ready going here. Give me a second. I'll swap my headphones, and we'll figure out who we're raiding tonight. I will be right back. Excuse me, sorry. Goodness gracious. Have you? Alright. I don't know if we've rated Audibly Sweet. I'm not sure. Oops, sorry. Bumped the mic. Alright. Please give Audibly Sweet a follow if you're not already. She's awesome. She's super sweet. Please give her lots of love. Thank you for the raid, Rinako. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. I appreciate it. It means a lot. I will see you guys tomorrow for some Baldur's Gate 3. Thank you, Tato. I gotta go. I'm too full to eat a after stream snack or meal, so I'm probably just gonna watch a couple episodes of anime with my headphones charged, and then I'm gonna go to bed because I gotta get up early. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for some Baldur's Gate 3. We finally got into the city. We'll see what happens from here. Gotta find the rest of the clown parts. But I will see you all tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Get some food. Get some water. Brush your teeth. Take your meds. Put on some cozy pajamas. And hopefully I was able to help you sleep. Maybe even, or help you relax. Maybe even fall asleep. If I was unsuccessful, I'm sure Audibly Sweet can help you do that for sure. If you want more of my rambling voice, please go watch the VODs on YouTube. There's no ads there. We're not monetized over there. We have nowhere near the requirements for monetization, so there's no ads. But good night, guys. Love you. Bye bye. Good night.